Good evening, friends, families, staff, students, members of the Board of Trustees, and Superintendent Dr. Jeff Harding. My name is Emmy Tiffin, and this is Douglas Curtis. We are your Masters of Ceremony for this evening, and tonight we invite you to celebrate with the class of 2017!
Thinking back on how we met,
I think it had something to do with an ostrich costume.
it is a little mind-boggling that we made it all the way from Block Middle School to emceeing the class of 2017's graduation ceremony. Two things that we can confidently say about the class of 2017 is that we have created an extremely close-knit community these past 4 years, and that we have embraced every single quality that makes us unique.
These qualities, whether they be selflessness, compassion, or steadfast dedication, have brought us to where we are today. And with all of these, we have definitely become a proud family of Eagles. I speak with confidence when I say that after watching this small class, yes small, of only 440 students grow together, that each and every one of us is destined to create change within the new communities we will join in the fall. Thank you for being with us tonight as we celebrate this transition into the next chapter of our lives.
Van Sakita will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing through the band and concert class performance of America the Beautiful. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I got this. Please be seated.
Principal Wynn Satterwhite will now address the class of 2017.
Good evening. It is a pleasure to welcome you all to this year's commencement ceremony for the class of 2017. The class of 2017 sits in an interesting place on the pages of history. These students have grown up in a world that has been colored and changed by circumstance far beyond their control. Many of you are probably saying, how is that so different from any other graduating class? And you would be correct. However, as with every generation, it is the unique combination of events that creates their reality. They are part of the post-9/11 generation, an event that changed America and its citizens forever, as we discovered that we were not invulnerable, and we reevaluated the relationships that we had that we took for granted. The first black president was elected. They have witnessed the impact of the World Wide Web's connectivity, which continues to make our world ever smaller. Scientists sequenced the entire human genome. They have experienced social media's impact through virtual communities and have experienced and realized once posted, it's there forever, even if you push delete. After 108 years, the Cubs won the World Series, and apps like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and others grew up in their Silicon Valley backyard. Aside from family, one of the biggest change agents in their lives would be the role that technology has played over the last decade. 2017 marks the 10th anniversary of the iPhone and the mass adoption of smartphone technology that has become the norm. I mean, really, even our grandparents are tweeting, Facebooking, posting selfies on Instagram, and who uses a paper map anymore? There is no place that we cannot get directions to, look up in real time, or explore with a device that fits in the palm of our hands. We can have food delivered and paid for without talking to a soul. Self-driving cars are literally around the corner and maybe even in our parking lot. They can drive us from point A to point B with no physical interactions. Green technology is changing how our very world is powered, and we have a seemingly limitless universe of facts and information that can be ours with just the press of a button. No, wait, that would be a touch of a screen. While the class sitting behind me may have heard our, mostly my, misgivings about the dangers and evils of this new technology and their almost obsessive need to be on their devices, heads down and attentions divided, they have forged fearlessly forward, creating their own space, one that changes as fast as the technology that they are using. From homework to dating to social activism, things are definitely different for the class of 2017. By all accounts, these technological phenomena could have, should have, created a generation of distant, self-absorbed, confused, frustrated, non-communicative, self-serving young people who care little about how their choices impact others. However, the young men and women sitting behind me have instead created a unique balance between technology, their personal passion, and the compassion that they show each other and the world. What they have taught us through their actions is that they are kind, compassionate, and committed. They have hope, believe in the probability of their dreams, and understand the art of persistence. When a classmate is being bullied or dealing with depression, they step up and help. When they have concerns about homework or alignment of courses, they reach out and look for solutions. When they see injustice, they find their voice and speak out. This class should never be accused of not taking action. They have advocated for expanded curricular and athletic offerings here at Los Altos High School. They have created extracurricular opportunities through clubs and community outreach programs. They have asked for speakers to address the issues of consent, inclusion, and the stigma surrounding mental health. They have served their community and beyond through food drives, blood drives, and clothing drives. They have continued the LAHS legacy of outreach and generosity by giving to the global community through ODFL, $1 for Life, an organization that was founded here on this campus, and Sopudep, our sister school in Haiti, where this year, the school that we have been building for 7 years was officially opened. I could not be prouder of the 440 unique individuals that make up this class. And if I were to take out my device, which I never carry, and I'm sure the students are going, what is that? Okay. And I typed in top advice for high school graduates, I would have access to 2.5 million articles. I might click on one, and it might tell me the following: top advice for high school graduates. Say thank you and write thank you notes. Laughter really is the best medicine. Eat healthy and exercise. Never drive and text. Let me repeat that one. Never drive and text. Never put anything on Facebook, Twitter, email, or social media that you don't want your grandmother to read. Embrace failure. We learn more from our mistakes than we do our successes. Open a bank account. Save money. The sooner you start, the better off you will be. Ask questions. What's the worst that could happen? Do not serve Brussels sprouts to company. Everybody hates them. I guess I should have listened to Mr. Jack when he warned me to vet my sources before I used them. Anyway, class of 2017, may you use technology wisely and your passions, creativity, and values purposefully to create a world that is filled with hope and joy. In closing, it occurs to me that I have yet to reference, which is my tradition, an actual printed book. So, Robert Fulgram's book, All I Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten, states, and it is still true, my friends, no matter how old you are, when you go out into the world, it is best to hold hands and stick together. And I would add, make sure your cell phones are charged. Congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2017.
Each year, senior students audition to address the graduating class. The speakers are selected by a committee consisting of faculty, administrators, and students. After much deliberation, 2 seniors were chosen to share their thoughts. Please welcome our first speaker, Katia Gibson.
How important are we to the planet, to the universe? Let's think about size for a moment. If the Earth were the size of a grape, the sun would be a ball about 1 meter wide. If the Earth were a grape, the nearest star would be 24,000 miles away. If the Earth were a grape, the Milky Way galaxy would measure 55 billion miles wide. We are small, we are insignificant, and we live for fractions of time in the span of the universe. That's exactly how small I felt before I came to Los Altos High. I feared being such a tiny part of a huge student body that my teachers wouldn't even learn my name. On the contrary, every staff member cared about us on a personal level and went out of their way to bring us to success. In Miss Dunlap's geometry class freshman year, she welcomed us each by name, greeting all 30 students before starting her lesson. Oh no. Or if we stepped foot in the tutorial center, Mrs. Nguyen wouldn't let us leave until she found a suitable tutor to help us thrive. Or Miss Gorman in the College and Career Center, who not only helped us find the perfect college, but made a point of infallibly greeting every student with a smile. The same could be said for the driving forces of our school, Miss Sadoway and Miss Woolfolk, who were always the last people to leave a school event, even if it meant driving kids home at midnight. Being surrounded by people who raise us up makes me privileged to be a student at one of the very best public schools in the state, with some of the very best educators, counselors, and administrators in the nation. On this planet, Los Altos High is just a drop in the bucket, but it's also a microcosm for the beautiful diversity of our world. The most I've ever smiled in one day was when I performed a Mexican dance for the Diversity Assembly. The love that my class gave to me and the other performers is a testament to how we applaud diversity and actively explore unfamiliar cultures. By creating a worldly place in the boundaries of our school, we don't have to be big in the universe to prove that we are extraordinary. Every year, each class radiates some vibe that describes them. I have known many of my classmates since kindergarten, and I believe that our vibe is sheer kindness. We have our presidents, Douglas and Anna, who spend so much time thinking about others that they've sacrificed their own well-being in the process. We have students completing 100-hour community service projects in Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, something only driven by the goodness of their heart. We have students in advanced science investigation conducting university-level research with the hope that they might be able to, even a little bit, contribute to cure life-threatening diseases. I'm a firm believer that the world operates on kindness. When we experience personal crises, we gain the empathy to help others that will one day encounter their own. When I started at Los Altos, my family was facing extreme personal challenges, but by treating me with kindness, you gave me the hope to overcome. My fear of feeling insignificant in a school brimming with thousands of bright minds has long been forgotten. Miss Dunlap still greets me every time I pass her in the halls 4 years later. I've sat down with nearly all the administrators who know me by name, and they have listened to my ideas for how to improve this campus. I'm so proud of you all because you're intelligent to start. Above that, you are engaged, concerned, humble, giving, and most notably, you have that humanist vibe that will allow you to change the world or the lives of others. We are small, we are insignificant, we live just for fractions of time in the span of the universe. We are also all parts of what make up the world. We are the future, and we are the ones who will make tomorrow a better day. My older sister, Tatiana, is an aspiring astronomer in college, and her favorite quote by Carl Sagan reminds me to always find balance with myself. Be humble, for you're made of earth. Be noble, for you're made of stars. Live your life selflessly, but know that you are worth the world. Thank you for being part of my world, Los Altos.
Thank you, Katia. Known throughout the area for their highly distinguished performances, the Main Street Singers, our premier vocal music ensemble, will now perform. This year, Main Street Singers traveled to Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. The group performed at over 15 venues and also competed in the Montreux Choral Festival. So please welcome the Main Street Singers under the direction of Mark Schall, as they will now sing We Stand in Gratitude and Not to Say Goodbye. Thank you, Main Street. Our final speaker is Andrew Lee.
Admittedly, it's easy for many of us to think of high school as a race, plowing through classwork and extracurriculars until we reach the finish line that is college. And too often, we forget to look around us and enjoy the scenery. Going forward, let's not forget that the journey is indeed more important than the destination. We will always set new goals, from getting into grad school to getting a job, and there will never be enough time to do everything. So let's start now. Let's take the time to develop our passions, explore the unknown, and make lifelong friends. Learn to play an instrument or speak a foreign language. Read a book or maybe write one yourself. Because if not now, then when? This, our transition to adulthood, is our time to be present, to grow as individuals and enjoy growing. In 5 years, your transcript, your SAT score, that abysmal AP physics test, none of it will matter. No, the memories we make with others are what we will continue to cherish long after we graduate. Going out for lunch with friends, inside jokes that make you laugh until it hurts, going to prom, going to parties, birthday parties. These are the moments that matter most. At the same time, let us remember to stay grounded. College is an exciting time, and in our newfound independence, we may be tempted to break loose. Don't do anything your adult self would regret. As many of us prepare to move away from home, we should always remember how privileged we are to live here in Silicon Valley, an area teeming with invaluable resources. Yet, it perturbs me that in a town with a median house price close to $3 million, poverty is still a major issue hidden to most. Let us carry our privilege with us, not as a veil of ignorance, but as a reminder that there is yet work to do. This year has been divisive to say the least, and it's disheartening that a country founded upon the ideals of freedom and equality is now so polarized and rife with misunderstanding. Yet through these difficult times, it is essential that we act as beacons of acceptance and compassion, bright enough to shine through any wall of oppression. We are a diverse class of students, of athletes, musicians, and artists. Walking down the hallway, I see social activists, national champions, and published writers. I even have class with one of the nation's best debaters. Yes, you, Spencer. And it gives me hope that we are a class unafraid to speak our minds, as seen in our organized school-wide walkout. In the end, it's our diversity, our strength of spirit, that truly makes us and our country great. A few thank yous are in order to the people without whom we would not be standing here today. Thank you to our teachers for your endless dedication to our learning and development. Thank you to the administration, our counselors and custodians, for keeping our school organized, welcoming, and clean. Thank you to our parents and siblings for your unconditional love and support. Most of all, thank you to my fellow classmates for inspiring me to always do better. I am proud to graduate in a class that cares about improving the world and improving ourselves in the process. As we continue our journey forward, let us always remember our roots here in Los Altos and wear our blue proudly wherever we may go. Let us live fearlessly and embrace diversity. And above all, let's never forget to look around us and enjoy the ride. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Ms. Satterwhite will now present the Eagle Awards.
Sorry about that. This next award is presented to students in the senior class as a way of acknowledging not only the work done inside the classroom, but also outside of the classroom. Its purpose is to honor the students who who envision, create, and embrace community. Through the academics taught in our classrooms, we believe our students are learning and practicing what it takes to be strong community members. The Eagle Award is presented by the administration to a graduating senior, or in this case, a group of graduating seniors, who have demonstrated outstanding scholarship, leadership, and citizenship through the 4 years at Los Altos High School. As always, it was very difficult to narrow down this list. However, 5 students stood among their peers in their dedication to build a better community at LAHS. Would the following students please join me at the podium? Sean Adibi. Spencer Debner. Anna Garevic. Maggie Garzon Trujillo. And Yesenia Gutierrez. It would be easy to extol the individual accomplishments of these students, but the sum of their impact on the LAHS community is greater than their individual contributions. These 5 students have demonstrated outstanding scholarship as measured by grades, teacher comments, test scores, and ambitious future plans. They impact the world community. Their impact on the world community will be far greater than anything they have done here, and what they have accomplished here has been amazing. They have exhibited impressive leadership in many ways. They have taken on leadership roles in LSU, Talon, ASB, speech and debate, and class council. In each case, they lead by example and character, never asking their peers to do something they wouldn't do themselves. They represent the kind of service through leadership that is at once modest and inspiring. They have been stellar citizens, not only at the LAHS campus, but also in the greater community. A community is best defined by people who choose to step up, get involved, and create a better environment for everyone. Our vision statement challenges students to empower, respect, and achieve. Sean, Spencer, Anna, Maggie, and Yesenia have taken on this challenge. Through their actions, they have made Los Altos High School, our local community, and the world a better place. They represent the best of what we value at Los Altos High School. We are extremely proud of these 5, and we will miss them terribly next year. Congratulations on all that you have accomplished, and best of luck in your future plans. Please join me for one more round of applause for our 2017 Eagle Award recipients. Members of the Board of Trustees for the Mountain View Los Altos High School District, it is my pleasure to certify that the students seated behind me have successfully completed the MVLA district requirements for graduation.
Board members, Mrs. Debbie Torek, Dr. Phil Falaise, Mr. Sanjay Dave, and Dr. Jeff Harding will present the diplomas to the class of 2017.
Now the moment you have all been waiting for. Ms. Arancha Ariada and Mr. Michael Mole will read the graduates' names. We will be acknowledging students who have earned a GPA of 4.0 and also students who have graduated with honors, GPA of 4.5 and above.
Joseph Donnelly.
Jorge Lopez.
Jared Kidd.
Jonathan Rios Camacho.
Brandon Tuumalu Falau.
Tommy Tran.
Salvador Raimundo.
Marcus Wolf McLeod.
Yu Jen Lin.
Jebji Vargas.
Krish Kalai.
Kwa Nguyen.
Daniel Wynn.
Diego Burney.
Luis Arias Diaz.
Anthony Tong, 4.5, graduate with distinction.
Christian Flores.
Scott Carnes.
Joshua Kaluya.
Tristan Maury Sloan.
Julian Carvajal.
Martin Mitchell, 4.5, graduate with distinction.
Ulysses Esquivel.
Herla Carrera.
Jorge Alor Perez.
Cecilia Castaneda.
Oscar Godínez Trejo.
Cheyenne Holloway.
Jesus Muñoz Yepes.
Jennifer Vieira.
Brian Christopher Guerrero.
Lars Eric Yonk.
Joshua Ishii.
Brandon Price.
Christopher Jonathan Perez.
Ezer Zuniga.
Tonga Keti.
Juan Robles Rojas.
Ahmad Kadir Washington Mohammed.
Andres Soto.
Alfredo Velasquez Pineda Jr.
Uriel Lopez.
Payam Olfat.
Erwin Casildo.
Stephanie King.
Juan Gomez Pacheco.
Brenda Garcia.
Edwin Hernandez.
Isabel Jimenez.
Johnny Hernandez.
Jennifer Kumar.
Jacob Folkman.
Kamia Shahidi.
Jamie Chen.
Mandana Majidiahi.
Christopher Carter, 4.0, unweighted GPA.
Annie Souders.
David Bajunov.
Gigi Guillemette.
Edouard Duprat.
Audrey Karen Jones.
Stephanie Taylor Wong, 4.5, graduate with distinction.
Bella Sos.
Shelby Danielle Wong.
Emily Andrus.
Jillian Anita Smith, 4.0, unweighted GPA.
Maylin Sao.
Leo Gross.
Claire Berner.
Cole Brinsfield.
Richard Barnes.
Jasmine Edith Lucero Estrada.
Maximilian von Raschke.
Andrea Guadalupe Flores.
Mehdi Pizzini.
Sammy De La Torre.
Nicholas Chan, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Octavio Guerrero.
Albert Osterheld.
Vishnu Ram.
Francis Nixon.
Darian Youssef.
Randall Lowe.
Augustina Mosheta Bertiz.
Charlie Wan.
Britt DeVisser.
Simon Patmore Zarconi.
Hannah Khosravi.
Kyler Ebbs.
Charlize Zerike.
Alana Bayer.
Kristen Ikeda.
Kelly Lambertson.
David Lisbon.
Emily Hennings, 4.0 graduate.
Victor Yu, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Jeremy Arce.
Aiden Kelleher.
Maria de Los Angeles Ortega.
Adam Rosenbaum.
Catherine Michelle Dominguez.
Albin Mollerstedt, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Jordan Auerbach.
Daniel Fritz.
Kyle Godfrey.
Alec Janab, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Cooper Cornell.
Joseph Costello.
Lee Stoffenbiel.
Booker Martin, 4.0 graduate.
Ryan Young.
Victor Niemiec.
Tyler Grant.
Maximilian Oberhaus.
Alexis Lugo.
William Diamond.
Jordan Janab.
Benjamin Alexander Bowie.
Koa Sooto.
Sean Reeve Diamond.
Axel Galeas.
Nikolai Adrian Pontius.
Markel Reed.
Isabella Gabrielle Estrada.
Tyler Overcamp.
Ryan Indiana Chirides.
Emil Jarfelt.
Jack McGrath.
Christopher Daddick.
Aisha Mehta.
Nicholas Rodriguez.
Grace Gow.
Stephanie Campos.
Neville Teraporvala.
Emily Pye.
Varvara Shvrayova. 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Hannah Wendelkin. Hannah Brett, 4.5 graduate with distinction. Riley Fujioka, 4.0 graduate. Camille Karp. Jacqueline Lopez Bermudez. Ashika Shetty, 4.5 graduate with distinction. Jacqueline Sake.
Paula Isagire Salguero.
Raúl Villaseñor.
Soar Flores.
Rec Himes.
Azriela Friedman.
Samim Horeb.
Simge Yildiz.
Jesus Don Lucas.
Filippo Salvati.
Jeremy Cliff.
Jordan Garospi.
How You Merlin Zai.
David Ding.
Elodie Saraskis.
Stephen Wong.
Anastasia Arsky.
Jonathan Yazala Laul.
Noah Herman.
Kai Jarman.
Tristan Lee.
Ishan Ghosh.
Dominic Lonnie.
Kunal Pandit.
Andrew Young.
Matthew Ansari.
Alexandra Fowler.
Theodore Schmeis.
David Moore.
Max Sullivan.
Patrick Kennedy.
Jay Upaluri, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Brendan Radcliffe.
Adam Nabilski.
Avery Deaton.
Julia Shaver.
Casey Lee Avrabas.
Michaela Marin.
Ethan Gu Cecil.
Henna Usatalo.
Daniel Rappaport.
Tara Savuj.
Ansel Ordonez.
Kieran Conway.
Matthew McDermott.
Olivia Sheets.
Maximiliano Igareda.
Kaylee Nabe.
Timon Okura.
Benjamin Carter.
Ann Piercy, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Duncan James Drury.
Meghana Boba.
William Altinger.
Christine Yuki Huang, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Yushen Wang.
Janita Yao, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Nathan Liu.
Serinda Wangpanich, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Christopher Gray.
Sana Kader, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Eduardo Miranda.
Megan Kristen Woolley.
Turin Ramesh Babu.
Quinn Louise Woolley.
Luca Nardine.
Patrick Medina.
Surmardeep Shahal.
Max Sean Abudaram.
Stephanie Garcia Arroyo.
Mario Blecken.
Miguel Paz.
Rahul Srinath.
Julia Isabel Figueroa.
Kayla Miyuki Kita.
Martha Perez Andrade.
Catherine Klein.
Gerardo Morales.
Katerina Gibson, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Jonathan Rutiaga.
Andrew Lee, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Ronaldo Flores.
Michael Jakubowski.
Jason Aviles Rojas.
Kyle Nepshield.
Jesus Padron.
Deshae Mitchell.
Cassandra Maruso Valdez.
Alejandra Gonzalez.
Yesenia Martinez Galvan.
Jessica King.
Crystal Esquivel.
Kaylee Peterson.
Desiree Holland.
Leah Borgon, 4.0 graduate.
Hannah Milligan.
Jacob Lee.
Rajat Hirashave.
Eric Ramirez Villeda.
Luke Enthoven.
Jose Hernandez.
Matt Truscott.
Bobby Masirian.
Ryan Buckner, 4.0 graduate.
Ivan Ramirez.
Taylor Music, 4.0 graduate.
Carrie Liu, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Brendan Ing, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Jameson Takashima.
Jack Maloney.
Vadim Hammerschmidt.
Uma Kathri.
Sophia Rashid.
Laura Liu, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Naomi Hoffman.
Christopher Villa.
Isabella Breitbart.
Ian Hiroshi Baxley.
Nathan Paisner.
Gino Christian Vega.
Sydney Sukdeo.
Brandon Lay.
Elizabeth Small.
Brian Grazier, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Sophia Ayunoni.
Marissa Berner.
L. Lowe.
Lucas Pedroza.
Taylor Nelson.
Michael Tran.
Isabella Shade Baynard.
Andrew Cheng.
Layla Golgulab.
Colin Scholler.
Andrea Minerva Rodriguez.
Ryan Fissy.
Sharon Sahir Perez, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Jeffrey Hong, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Rachel Sims.
Richard Wang, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Sarai Gabriela Gutierrez Cuellar.
Spencer Debner, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Zachary Stevens.
Joshua Cheng.
Daniela Ortega Murillo.
Christian Kim.
Jacqueline Lopez.
Henry Ma, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Natalie Moreno.
Jonathan Shee, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Emily L. Rodriguez.
Sean Adibi, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Vance Okita.
Emily Aoki. Emily Tiffin.
Beckstead.
Nicole Lindsay Bear.
Hannah Crawford.
Natalia Catherine Sands.
Elena Razganov.
Lily Kratzer.
Isabel Martinenko.
Rihanna Murty.
Eva Figueroa Piercy.
Tamoha Saha.
Bryce Apura.
Anna Garverick.
Verinda Sharma.
Talia Gloucester.
Samantha Long.
Jordan Rosenberg, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Samantha Keller.
Lucas Pop.
Nathan Massell.
Justin Kramer, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Sashi Sharma.
Cameron Avery.
Claire Wong.
Joey Haina, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Adi Feintuch.
Ross Avery.
Hannah Klassen.
James Michael Seifert.
Mira Borello.
Emily Kim, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Ashley Marie Santos Vergara.
Veronica Sue, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Evan Erman Marshall.
Margot Alice Luzinski.
Edward Zong.
Ginger Schmidt, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Joseph Orner.
Angela W. Chen.
Lauren Limbach, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Naomi Meyerson.
Kate Carlson, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Carla Castillero.
Tessa Hockett.
Luis Grima.
Kiara Cheruti.
Diana Fan.
Emma Jacobson.
Vera Nicolette Sanchez.
Anisha Palasamudram.
Alfonso Martinez.
Claire Berkwin.
Miguel Antonio Velasco.
Julie Ann Daisy King, 4.0 graduate.
Haley Ecker. Jessica Vera. Madeline Gutierrez. Peony Mock. Yesenia Gutierrez. Margarita Elizabeth Garzon. Chelsea Saldana. Tanya Martinez. Natalie Sarai Munguio. Anais Quintero Garcia.
Leah Marin.
Luis Antonio Herrera Dimas.
Max Drummond.
Henry Nguyen.
Julia Walk.
Krisha May Sonico.
Alan Ryder.
Julia Guerrero.
Griffin Waddles.
Abduli Perez.
Ivan Balinas.
Erica Elena Rosario.
Jonathan Robert Joseph Dunn.
Daniela de la Cruz.
Carlos D. Martinez.
Jesly Lilia Castillo.
Jaquil Roberts.
Catherine Stephanie Figueroa.
Jessica Rodriguez Juarez.
Odalis Flores Avila.
Angelica Saliva Rotero.
Rosa Lopez.
Liz Ambris.
Magali Gisela Kuliger.
Mateo Quesada Ayala.
Ethan Cabot Lowell.
Lisbeth Mejia.
Daniel Ramirez.
Rubiana Mayela Sanchez.
Samantha Whitfield.
Sirhat Assam.
Kira Clark.
Andrew Waller.
Tristan Januario.
Jordan Mejia Perez.
Neha Saja.
Adolfo Bautista.
Martin Quesada Ayala.
Jesus Alcazar.
Marissa McGettigan.
Henry Garcia Camacho.
Adrian Byer.
Marina Sky Hindman.
Krishna Brunton, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Alexandra Kozhevnikova, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Jennifer Huang.
Connor Akiyama, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Enli Tico.
Skylar Maeso.
Victoria Chung.
Tara Salem.
Daphne Chen.
Catherine Mum, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Maya Wartz. Nicole Parsons, 4.0 graduate. Tajay Irene Julian. Kimberly Janet Lopez. Samantha Crystal Palominos.
Maxwell Gavinman.
Valeria Castro Chavez. Paula Paz Zuniga. Odalis Rojas Camacho. Wendy Karina Perez. Mariana Baltazar Cortez. Gladys Giselle Carvajal Aguilar. And Douglas Curtis.
We would like to recognize two seniors who are not here today because they're representing Los Altos High School at the state track meet. Tommy Andrews and Derek Mark, 4.0 graduate, 4.5 graduate with distinction.
Let's try that again. Congratulations to the class of 2017. It has been a privilege working with you for the past 4 years. It has been a privilege working with you for the past 4 years. The Los Altos community wishes you the very best. As our graduates leave the stadium, can I please not have families rush the stage? And/or I need to have that aisleway clear so that they are able to get out to their families and we can get everybody out. Also, we would like to invite all of you to join us for a reception celebrating this amazing class in the quad. Congratulations!
Thank you. you.